Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here are the answers for tonight's homework, the practice test. You can hit pause at any time to make sure you can copy down the answers. There is some work shown. So here's the first couple answers. There's the rest of the first page. And here's the second page. That's it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the answers themselves. So hang on. Okay, I'm going to do these really fast, but the first three are going to take a little bit longer. So mindful manipulation means I look at the 2x plus 3 and I say, how can I go from 2x plus 3 to 4x plus 6? Well, it looks like that it is 4x plus 6 is just twice the size of 2x plus 3, which is exactly right. And we know that 2x plus 3 equals 10, and twice the size of 10 is 20, and that's why that's our answer. So what do I do to 2x plus 5? I started with 2x plus 3. 2x plus 3. There's absolutely nothing I do to the 2, so I'm not going to multiply. What I do is I just do 2x plus 3 plus another 2. Does that equal 2x plus 5? Yes, it does. Okay, so now I know 2x plus 3 is 10 because it says so. 2x plus 3 equals 10. But I have to add another 2, so that's just 12. Now here, I'm still starting with 2x plus 3 because I know that that's 10. Now, I don't have to do anything to the 2x. It's still the same. So what do I have to do to 3 to turn it into a negative 1? Oh, well, that's kind of easy. I do 2x plus 3, and then I have to take 4 away to turn it into negative 1. When I combine all the like terms of these, it still turns into 2x minus 1. So that's good. It's still the same expression. So now I take that, that's 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. That's why that's our answer. Okay, so those are the first three. Now, evaluate each of the following expression if x is 4. Simply it means plug in 4 wherever the x is. So it's 20 minus 2, which is 18. Plug in the 4 wherever there's an x, and we get negative 12 plus 5, which is negative 7. Which of the following, write the following in extended product. That just means that x times x times x times x times x, because as an exponent to the fifth, it means multiply x by to itself 5 times. Okay, so I tried to mix this up a little bit. 4, this tells us just to write down x times x times x. You understand? The 4 is not raised to any power. Then we have y times y. This one, however, tells us take all of 4x and raise it to the third power. So that means write it down 3 times in extended product. And then y, y, y. Now, if you decided to write down 4 times 4 times 4 times x times x times x times y times y times y, that is fine also. Write the following in expanded notation. That means exactly the same thing. 5 times 5 times 5, then find the value. 5 times 5 is 25, times 5 is 125. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we get our calculator. And I did the multiplication and got 729. So 3 times 3, write 3 times 3 twice, and then 5 times 5 times 5. And there we go. So it's 9 times 125, 1,125. If you have any questions, make sure you rewind and take a look at it again. Next page. Just write it as a simpler equivalent expression. So the first thing I'm going to do is g times g is g squared, and g times negative 3 is negative 3g. Here I do 4x times 2x. Remember, it's not 8x because we're doing x times x, so that's x squared. And then 4 times 3 is plus 12x. Combine these, I get 8x squared. Oh, plus 12x. Looks like the same thing. Oh, then minus 8x. Combine those. And then, after combining those two, we get plus 4x. Here, let me show you a different method. X plus 2, x plus 3. X times x is x squared. X times 2, x times 2 is 2x. Now, the 3 times the x goes in here, which is 3x, and the 3 times the 2 goes in there, which is 6. Now, what do I have? I have an x squared plus a 2x plus a 3x plus a 6, which is x squared plus 5x plus 6. Or you can use the rainbow method. Here, I just want to tell you that we can do a mindful manipulation. Taking a look at that, we could write it as the product of two binomials if we wanted to. It's x plus 3, x plus 3, and then the x minus 2. The mindful manipulation was factoring out the x minus 2. Then it says write them as an equivalent, simpler expression. There's one that's simpler, but let's go one step farther. We can actually write this as a trinomial. So here we have x squared minus 2x plus 3x minus 6. So it's x squared plus x or plus 1x minus 6. Two different simpler expressions or different expressions. This one might be a little tricky. It's x minus 5 times x minus 5. I'm thinking ahead. That there, the 2, meant write it down twice, so that's what we did. So we can do the x times x is x squared. The x times 5 is minus 5x, minus another 5x, minus a 25. If you're going to use this rainbow method, make sure you draw them and do them one at a time. Write the following as a trinomial. Let's write it as a binomial first. Okay, here, mindful manipulation, we have the x plus 2. We factored out the x plus 2. And there we have the x plus 5. Now, let me show you the area model, since that's the one that I like the best in factoring something like this. X plus 2 goes there. X plus 5 goes there. Now what we do is we do x times x, and we put the answer right there. That's x squared. Then the next thing that we do is we do x times 2. X times 2. The answer goes there. What goes in this block? 5 times x. 5 times x. What goes in this block? 5 times 2. So now we just write down our x squared plus 2x plus 5x plus 10, which is the same as x squared plus 7x plus 10. This problem has been brought to you by Mr. Sunshine. Have fun. Hug someone that you love today. Okay, when we do this one, we can do 3x squared minus 6x minus 4x plus 8. You can combine the two eccentres to get 3x squared minus 10x plus 8. And that gives you all the answers to the practice test. Thanks a lot. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.